All right, hopefully you've been following along with the 30-day plan and you've just written your email course. Once you've loaded that course into your email service provider, like MailChimp, the next step is to install it on your website. So let's talk a little bit more about how to install and deliver lead magnets. When you're installing your lead magnet, there are three main things to think about. First, should you redirect the visitor to a thank you page, or should you keep them on the content that they're reading? My preference is to redirect them to a thank you/landing page. At the end of the day, the content that I'm writing is ultimately there to serve a business purpose. So when someone is enjoying the content to the point that they're willing to give out their email address, I take that as a signal that they're primed for more sales-related messaging. The counter-argument to that is that when someone is enjoying reading your content, you're building trust. And if you disrupt that flow, you could be missing out on an opportunity to make a deeper connection with your reader. The second consideration is double opt-in versus single opt-in. This refers to whether you require someone to confirm their email address after they've opted in, or simply add them to the list as soon as they submit their email. The benefit to double opt-in is that you weed out fake email addresses. However, you'll also lose some subscribers who simply won't click the confirmation link to be added to the list. I prefer single opt-in and then keeping an eye on bounces and unsubscribes to make sure I'm keeping a healthy list. Finally, if your lead magnet is a downloadable, like a PDF, you'll want to figure out how to send it. The simplest way, at least for the first lead magnet, is to probably use your email service provider like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign. So you detach it to an email that's triggered as soon as someone subscribes. However, the drawback here is that these services can be slow to send out that email. And further, if you have a number of different lead magnets, it begins to get difficult to manage inside your email service provider because each lead magnet needs its own email or workflow. The better way is to use a plugin or other service like Offsprout to automatically email out the content when someone subscribes. To see an example, I'll show you how to do that inside Offsprout now. So here's a recently published article on Offsprout, and I'm going to show you how I will add a lead magnet to this post. So we're in page view, and I'm going to click the Add Sprout button. And actually, I'm going to scroll down and add the first call to action under the first section here. So I'll add this, go to Forms and Subscribe Form. And then when you're first establishing your connection, you can click the Add Connection button, and then you can add a connection from any one of these services. I use ActiveCampaign, but you might use something like MailChimp instead. But I actually already have a template saved, so I'm going to just load this template up. And you'll see all of this is already pre-populated. And I'm going to just change the headline of the call to action. So instead of get 5 high ROI places to find your best clients, we'll add a more relevant call to action. And then if we scroll down, you'll see that right here I have the success action set to redirect. So once someone subscribes, they'll be redirected to a thank you page. If you prefer, you can set that to a message, and that message will just appear right in the subscribe box. But I'm going to keep that at redirect. And then here you have the ability to include or not include a content upgrade. And so for this content upgrade, I have an old one for a different post here as part of the template, but I'm going to delete that and upload a new content upgrade. Here it is, 7 must-have tools for agency sales teams. And now I select that, and that content upgrade has been added to this sprout. And you can customize the message the email message that's sent out. I'm going to leave it as is. And I'll click create, and then you have your opt-in form right there. And I also like to add one at the bottom of the post just so that people have an opportunity, if once they finish the post, to add the form as well, or subscribe to get the content upgrade as well. So that's how you add a content upgrade in Offsprout. It's pretty easy. And in the next lesson, we'll talk about email campaigns and how to nurture and convert your prospects list. See you there.